Okay? Can y'all understand that? I'm on a public sidewalk. Maybe I know you know you're looking at things, right? But you're not listening. I get it. I came out my. I can't. Nobody's here to listen. It's the IDF.
I'll listen to your story after I identify who you are. That's your ID.
I don't understand. I'm
asking you for your identification.
But that's
we have a lawful reason to stop out with you.
You do have a lawful reason? What is it? What did I do? What did I do?
What up, guys? Let me know when you come in. Shoot a thumbs up. What's up, Mark Nugent? Our guy. All right. We got a video from a channel called Blue Steel. And this guy is actually a longtime supporter. He met my son Nick, and he met my friend Jay. What up, Liberty Freak? Hell yeah. OG in the house, guys. If you guys don't know who Liberty Freak is, he is an OG. Go subscribe to Liberty Freak. As a matter of fact, I think I need to make sure I have some moderators in here. And you guys can go give Liberty Freak, get his link and slap it in there so we can make sure he gets some subs. What's up, Leroy Truth? Good to see you, man. Natural born serial killer. Hell yeah. Mark Nugent. You guys don't mess around. Mark Nugent's in the house. He's bringing all the muscle. So we'll put you guys in check. So this comes from Blue Steel's channel. All right. Out of the Florida area. Good dude. Good dude. And this video was actually sent to him. Let me read to you what it says and then we'll get right into it. This is the incident I am referring to. I have made several records requests as I have posted on my YouTube channel. I have included the links to the videos of the Titusville Police Department provided to me. This is where my complaint comes from. I am advocating for the victim in the videos as he had contacted me for what he believes warrants an official internal affairs complaint, and I concur. Haterman, Jones, Nye, Henderson, and Pollard are the officers of the Titusville Police Department involved. I believe that Haterman was a 911 complainant. That is my observation and my opinion. That is where this all started. The other video links are to these named officers' body-worn cameras. The issues with policy and procedure, workmanship, coercion, bias, and what I believe are civil rights violations under the color of law. This is for your department to decide upon as to the actions taken by your officers. This is the supplement to the official complaint form. I may be contacted at this email. Bam. You put it all in there. Hell yeah. We'll watch some of the video and then we'll pause for comments. I do want to rewind a little bit. And I gotta say, cops are not supposed to be the complainants, right? Recently in my town, I seen cops kind of, using this app where they can say, hey, there's a homeless encampment. And they pretty much made being homeless illegal out here. So, but wait, cops can use the app? What if a cop is just kind of, I see problems with that. I see issues with that. And I see legalities with that, right? So, but let's start watching the video. We'll pause for comments. I'll get more into it later.
Yeah. That guy?
What's up, Sewell family?
Black shirt, black jacket. No, so they're 10 over. They're 10 over to the guy they called about. It's over at Mount Vernon.
Good morning, Ralph.
So he walked that way, eastbound or westbound on Chase from here.
Dr. Doolittle, thanks for years of dedicated service protecting the public. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I don't like the way my camera looks. You can't even really see me.
You're gonna drive through this?
Yeah, Blue Steel deserves support, man. What's up, as if it's your business? Good to see you. Yeah, Ralph. That's what it looks like, man. The deep state liars and thieves operate under code enforcement and mandates. Good morning, Jenny. It's always nice to see Jenny in the chat, guys. She's always first on scene. Kind of like me. When Kern County Activities post something, I'll be first on scene. Yo, Patriotic Tuber. Good to see you, bro. Love the snake you bought, or the alligator you bought, bro. Was it alligator or crocodile?
I got you, okay?
The crocodile, huh?
Okay? Can y'all understand that? I'm on a public sidewalk. Maybe I know you know you're looking at things, right? But you're not listening. I get it. I came out my. I can't. Nobody's here to listen. It's the IDF.
I'll listen to your story after I identify who you are. You got your ID?
I don't understand. I'm have to
Clip that, woman.
But that's
we have a lawful reason to stop out with you.
You do have a lawful reason? What is it? What did I do?
Yeah, One Eye on Nova. I try to help the Canadian channels as well. Man, I feel like the Canadian guys are really good dudes out there putting in work in Canada. And they seem to support each other as well, which is really cool.
What did I do?
You, a male matching your description.
That's them. That's on them and you. That's on them and you.
So what I'm telling you, bro, is this goes one of two ways, right?
Is it not?
Do you want to listen?
Chewy.
Because no one's been nothing but respectful to you. So we get your ID, or you end up going to jail for resisting.
I don't have my ID on me, brother.
I like this dude's energy. I don't have my ID on me, brother. That shit's cool. I don't know, Jenny. I don't see an email that you sent me. Was it a while back or recently? If you can resend it, because I don't even know what I'm doing these days. I think I'm just going to go live now and just shoot the shit with you guys, and you guys can reach me here because I'm going crazy. Yeah, Florida law enforcement are some of the biggest tyrants out there. Yeah, no doubt. They're fucking crazy everywhere right now. What do you guys think about this whole Trump presidency? You think cops are going to get worse? Give me a 1 if you think cops are going to get worse under Trump. Or give me a 2 if you think he's going to clear up some of the mess. Let's get some votes in here, right? Let's get some votes in here. 1 if cops will get worse. 2, well, I don't even know how I said it. 1 if cops are gonna get worse. 2 if cops are gonna start to behave. One, everybody thinks cops are gonna get worse under Trump. Damn, Patriotic Tuber thinks that Donald Trump will fix some of the policing in America. A lot of you guys are, even if you like Trump as a person, it seems like they're gonna get worse, huh? Definitely 1. Everybody thinks that Trump's gonna make shit worse with the cops. Kathy says, hell no, that's a 2. That's a 2. Shit. Vivian says 1. Dr. Doolittle says 1. Soul Family says 1. 1. I think cops will lose qualified immunity by Trump. I don't think he's ever said anything like that, right? One thing's for damn sure. I don't believe government's gonna fix government. I believe we have to step up to the plate as a people and fix government and start holding them accountable. The Constitution in one hand and the fucking camera in the other, right? That's how we're gonna fix shit, people. That's how. I mean, I've seen it work firsthand. I'm not just sitting here talking shit. I've actually gone out there to record, and I've seen it work firsthand. When we the people stand together on liberty, the people will win. Walter, that's funny. That's hilarious. But I mean, look at how this cop is acting right here. Just give up your ID or you're going to jail. And then he says, for resisting. How's he resisting? He hasn't even fucking resisted yet. You know what I mean? You're going to be resisting. Trust me on that. Fuck.
That's what I'm telling you.
For reason to stop out with you.
You do have a lawful reason? What is it? What did I do? What did I do?
Yo, Johnny Bravo.
That's them. That's on them and you. That's on them and you.
So what I'm telling you, bro, is this goes one of two ways, right?
Is it not?
Do you want to listen? Because no one's been nothing but respectful to you. So we get your ID, or you end up going to jail for resisting.
I don't have my ID on me, brother. That's what I'm telling you. I don't understand what you want, man. I live right there, bro, in Aviles. I just left my house. I'm literally jogging with the radio going, right? I got water bottles all in my backpack, bro. What the fuck? Look, guns, boom, boom, balazo, cabron, icy yellow, bro. I don't understand. Can I go? I literally don't even feel well. I don't have my ID on me, bro. Oh, man, bro.
Thank you, Brandon.
I got... Shut the fuck up. I'm getting something, man. Here's my fucking light. Here's my shit, bro. What are you doing, bro? Hey, you're gonna go to the drive. You are gonna go to the drive. Why? You got this shit on radio? On shit, bro? Dale, right there, man. Aviles, bro. Y'all just want to do this. I'm literally exercising, bro. This is crazy. Oh, excite your life.
That's a good comment. Can you spell lawsuit? And lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit paid out by the people when cops do stupid shit. I just don't understand how that is fucking fair to the taxpayers of the town, right? Of the area, or all taxpayers. I just don't see how that is not a sustainable system for the people. It's only a sustainable system for the government to continue to grow when they don't have to pay for it. It should come out of their pensions. It should come out of their departments, not out of the people's fucking money. You know what I mean? They want to militarize themselves and get fucking new cruisers. They want to get new cruisers every year. And then next thing you know, they're fucking behind a fence. You know what I mean? They're behind a fence all crashed. And they want to blow money like it's like, you know, like there's no tomorrow. They leave the cruisers on. Not go after their bonds. I wish it was that easy, though. I wish everybody could, you know, just hold them accountable. Get them fired, go after their bonds, sue them, make it come from their pensions. And we hear a lot of people out there talking about, like, we're going to do this to you, we're going to do that to you. And there's almost fucking, like, no accountability for cops when they do this shit. If they can't get bonded, no insurance company will cover them. What's up, Westside? Good to see you. I like this comment right here. Dr. Doolittle, that's an amazing question. How can we come together as a family to hold tyrants accountable? That is what we need to figure out. That's a good question. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, Audis from Modern Retro Radio. Shout out to Modern Retro Radio, right? He's been helping me out a lot, guys. And one of the things we were talking about was the patterns that I see. Like, let's say there's a bad city council, right? And all of a sudden, we find a way, or good council members come in and start weeding out the bad city council members. The crooked ones, the ones that do like monopoly on contracts, misappropriation of funds, yada, yada, yada. It's happened numerous times. What happens if we get them all out of there? Eventually, the bad ones are going to come in too, right? And a lot of these public officials, they have interest. You know, the people will, you know, pay them to vote a certain way, yada, yada, yada. And eventually, the bad ones will overtake the seats again. I think about this kind of shit. Like, are we just wasting our time doing this shit? Let's say we get rid of a bad cop, right? We get rid of a bad mayor or a bad chief of police or a bad city manager. Eventually, bad ones are going to come back in because there really is no system where we, the people, can hold them accountable. But I think about, you know, recently the incident that happened here, and I believe we do have possible ways of holding them accountable, and that's to fucking press them now, press on, press harder, and press now. Press them. We just gotta, not just one person, but the entire fucking town should be pressing the city council members. The entire town should be pressing, asking questions, demanding answers. And I think that's important. Of course they're going to want to go run and hide, right? But we the people need to collectively hold them accountable, or it's not going to work. And that's why it was important for me to shout out a bunch of channels. It's never about one of us. It's about all of us. And that's why when I see channels, you know, creating certain personalities and you know, trying to be the biggest, hottest shit ever, I'm just like, cool, man. But let's not forget to shout out and help build the people, because one of us won't create change. All of us will create good, positive change. So, yeah, Grumble, I don't know. And I think, like Grumble says, so don't come at me with this Trump is great BS. I gotta say, man, I don't believe that we should be blaming Trump or giving Trump credit for all the bullshit that's happening. All of this shit's been happening for years upon years upon years. And I think we as a people give them too much power, Grumble. I think you're giving Trump way too much power. I think you're giving Biden way too much power when you think like that. Get out of that fucking mindset. And welcome to the San Joaquin Valley Transparency Channel. Get out of that mindset where we believe that one guy will fix everything. Shit ain't gonna fucking happen. We the people need to wake up. We the people need to learn and understand the Constitution and how to apply it and how to record and upload. Become a publisher today. Welcome, congratulations on your new career. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You know, and I do agree with you, Grumble. I do agree with you, though. We shouldn't say that these politicians are on our side, right? Let me ask you guys something. How many of these politicians, Biden and Trump, and Kamala and Obama and all these other motherfuckers, the Bush family, how many of them you think know the Constitution, like actually know it, right? I bet you I can go up there and fucking and quiz them like I do the cops, and they'd probably be fucking stunned. All of them. All of them. None of them know it. And that's why it's important that we know it. I know Brian at Here's the Deal, he was saying something like yesterday he was trying to force the guy to go on a live stream, like literally fucking grabbed the guy by the back of his head. You're gonna do this fucking live stream because you promised. Or some shit like that. You better fucking do this live stream. You said you was gonna do it. What kind of a man are you? But at the same time, under the same breath, he was talking about, you know, that pretty much what I understood was that the Constitution is pretty much null and void, right? And I find something a little odd with that. Is because if you ask a cop if they know the rights of the people or the Constitution, they don't seem to know it. And they don't give a fuck about it. That's why they violate people's rights. So, and like I said on the last live stream, I like to quote Benjamin Franklin, right? When he walked out after signing the Constitution, when it was signed, he walked out and then a doctor woman asked him, what kind of government are you giving us? And he said, it's a republic if you can keep it. Basically telling the people, if you learn it, if you know it and you stand by it, you will have a republic. But if you allow the government and certain people to tell you that you shouldn't study it, you shouldn't care about it, you shouldn't use it, then you're sounding like a cop who, like I said, doesn't care for it. And I'm not only talking this shit, I was able to demonstrate how that's possible recently. I don't just sit here and talk shit. I also get out there and record. It's easy to sit here in the fucking chair and be too damn afraid to be out there and get it. You know what they say? Let me tell you guys something about those that go out and record. And shout out to Adis, Modern Retro Radio, for this one. I told him, bro, if you watch some of my first videos, I pretty much look like a coward. I was scared out there. And he said, no, bro, that's not cowardice. Cowardice is when you're afraid and you don't do it. Bravery is when you're afraid to do it and you do it anyways. And that's what you did. I was like, damn, bro, thank you for that. So, like I said, it's easy to sit here in our chairs and talk all this and talk all that. But I think leading by example is important. And that's what I've tried to do. And I think, I hope you're watching this, Brian, eventually, because I thought, you know, everybody was sending me your video and telling me that it was wrong what you did and I should go live about it. And I'm just like, but I did hear, you know, some of the things you said regarding like the Constitution, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, well, it sounds like the same rhetoric that cops spew, only maybe try to use different wording and shit, but it's almost along the lines of like, it's not important. We shouldn't care. We shouldn't even learn it, study it. We should null and void it, yada, yada, yada. You know, people don't have rulers. People shouldn't have rulers, right? That type of mentality. But at the same time, man, when you're a father and you're at home, aren't you the ruler of your, you know, of your kingdom? Don't you tell what your kids what to do? So there's a little bit of maybe some hypocrisy there, I guess. We don't believe in leaders or rulers, but we get home, we kick off our shoes and become one. Think about that, man. Like, now, I understand, is it a statist mentality? Statism versus voluntarism? Possibly, yeah. But let's not forget that a lot of these guys that talk this shit in their fucking chairs, they have driver's licenses. So they are fucking statists. They may act like they're not statists, but they are. Have driver's licenses. They pay their taxes. So, and if you're going to talk some kind of shit like that, it's best to get out there and fucking, you know, prove what you're saying on the field, man. And I ain't coming at you wrong. I'm just saying. I see what I see, man. I see what I see, man. Nice, Bob. That's dope. And just so you guys know, I've been learning a lot what's going on in Grumble. If I'm not mistaken, the Border Patrol is setting up shop here. They're recruiting people from the area so they can put an agency here. And just so you guys know, there's kind of like a new act or law that came out where they're extending the border, not just to Mexico and Canada, but all around the United States, right? All around the United States. So pretty soon, Border Patrol is going to be definitely covering almost all of Florida, 100 miles inward from the beach properties. So people on the beach, get ready for checkpoints. You know what I mean? Shit. What up, Susan Bassey? You guys, mark your calendars right now. This Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will be live streaming with Susan Bassey and Rice Crispy. And we're going to be working on a story together. So this Friday, 6 p.m., absolutely do not miss it. We are working on a massive, massive story. So, man, I appreciate that, Johnny Bravo. Thank you, bro. Pretty soon, if you're black and you're walking on the beach, or pretty soon if you're like Asian walking on the beach, or if you're Mexican like myself walking on the beach, you're going to be subject to questioning by the Border Patrol. You're going to be targeted by the Border Patrol. And maybe even the blonde hairs too. Maybe the blonde haired folks is going to get fucked with by the Border Patrol. Is this what we really want for our country? You know? Everybody in this country, just so you guys know, walking this country is supposed to be protected under the Constitution, regardless of legal status, and even if you're a foreign visitor. There's supposed to be due process. When they throw due process out the window, we all lose our rights. We all lose that shit at the end of the day. So, yeah. Yeah, Dennis, I know a little something about that, bro. It's always been 100 miles in from the border, which included border on the water. Someone said that it was something new that just happened. It had something to do supposedly with the that girl that was killed. But I ain't never seen Border Patrol do what they just did here in Bakersfield. I ain't never seen that kind of shit before. Conducting traffic stops, slashing Americans' tires. What's up, Animal Rescue? Good to see you, man. Nah, I wish. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably get my ass kicked by some of these cops because they train how to brutalize people. But I would, shit. That'd be cool. Can't even lie. I can't even lie. It's not new. Okay. Good to know, Jamo. Thank you. But it's their tactics are new, what they're doing out here. What's up, Maria? Or G2G son? Son of man, son of Maria. What up, what up? Brooke. And just so we stay on point, just so you guys know, this comes from Blue Steel's channel. Alright, let's make sure we subscribe to Blue Steel and support this man. He's been a long time supporter of my channel as well, and he's out there actually helping somebody else. Let me read what it says. Good afternoon. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Office of the Inspector General, received your correspondence. Upon review, it was determined that the complaint does not fall within the scope of FDLE's authority and responsibility and would be best addressed by the Titusville Police Department. Florida law states that the employment agency is responsible for investigating complaints against officers within their agency. Therefore, any complaints regarding alleged misconduct by members of law enforcement agency should be directed to the employing agency's Internal Affairs Professional Standards Unit for their review and any action deemed appropriate. Yeah, well, fuck. They don't do nothing. It is the role of the FDLE to provide investigative support to local sheriff's offices and police departments when we are requested to do so by the sheriff or police chief. FDLE has no independent lawful authority to interject into local law enforcement matters that have been or are already being investigated by a local or state authorities. To further assist you, your complaint has been forwarded to Titusville Police Department for review. Please continue to work with the Titusville Police Department for a resolution. All questions and concerns should be directed to the address and telephone number below. 1100 John Glenn Boulevard, Titusville, Florida. Contact number 321-264-7800. If you are unsatisfied with the Internal Affairs Professional Standards Unit, your next step is to contact your city council mayor. Please visit the Titusville city website. For additional information, written correspondence can be sent to Titusville City Hall. Sincerely, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Office of Inspector General. So basically, there's nothing we can do for you. Fuck.
Say no in life?
You can say no.
Bro, can I really? That's a grin, bro. Doesn't have to.
I don't want to take you to jail for resisting if you were pulling away from us. I want to verify there's no gun in there. I want to verify there's no gun on you.
Oh, I have no fucking...
Because you could go for resistance.
Bro.
How stupid are these cops? They're telling him he can go to jail for resisting. But he's not even resisting. Fuck, dude. 2025 and we're still doing this shit. Fuck. I'll see you guys in 2045 or we're still doing this shit. Fucking kidding me?
For resisting for what? No, I don't think so, bro. Because I literally binge all the videos.
I will take you if you want me to.
No, I understand you will, bro.
I
Believe
don't
me.
want to though. I just want to verify you have a
I
gun.
think
and
you
it's
do.
just
I think you
send
do.
us on your way.
I don't have a gun. I literally
Can I
opened my
please go
bag
look
for
at
you.
your
Well,
I don't
listen,
want you to open it.
you don't want this, man. This is my property, bro. I'm not allowed to at least feel like I have a right to have to walk on the block from my mammy house. I just told, man, this is not cool, man. You know, just like you don't want this interaction. I don't know, you know.
I don't want this interaction.
Right? Maybe some people do. Some people do. Some people see this as.
I would like
some
you to
people
walk
see
home.
this as a necessity in order to enact change. Otherwise, this is the IDF. You might as well, right? What was my first
Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, you guys hit that link that Brandon just put up there and go subscribe to Blue Steel. Let him know San the Man sent you. Yeah.
I told you I don't have a gun. You don't believe me. Ask them for my name. If someone verified my name, tell them my name. So I don't, because I don't believe anybody gonna believe me at all. What you wanna do? But I don't understand. You can check me. You can check me, pat me down, bro. Fuck, man.
Pass the bag down.
Yeah, man, fuck gun, bro. I don't understand why people. I'm just running, bro. Okay, I'm bumping music that they don't like or something. I'm just fucking literally.
So they already know he don't have a gun, and they still have him in handcuffs.
If you had just talked to us, you would have been on your way by
But
now.
the thing is, I believe I'm allowed
Wow.
not to.
If you'd just talk to us, you'd have been on your way. If you'd just cooperate, right? And that's the mentality of the bootlickers, right? The mentality of the bootlickers is to just comply, right? Just comply. Everything will go smoothly if you just comply. If you're not doing anything wrong, why don't you just give your ID? Because this is America, man. That's why. Because the Fourth Amendment, man. That's why. You know what I mean?
I'm wrong
There is
or
an
not.
extent when you, there is, listen,
Whether
stop,
I
stop.
am wrong or not,
There is an
it's up
extent,
to
there is an,
you.
yeah, but it is up to us. And there's an extent where you are allowed to reason or not. When you get a call, a lawful call, and have a lawful reason to
That's
stop
not
at
a
an
lawful
investigation.
thing. You
Yes,
have to
it is.
put
To stop
mixing
at an
up the
investigation
things,
with you,
though.
it is lawful.
But
If
there's
someone calls
no
us and says that you're doing
evidence to
something,
prove
dude,
there's
it's
nothing.
ordering and prowling all day long. You're in a
No,
place
bro.
at a time and a manner not normal for a law-abiding citizen, and someone's saying that you're trying to conceal a gun in a
I
backpack or
understand,
something
bro.
like that, or you're pulling a gun out with a ski mask on in front of an open business.
There's a lot of
in front of an
reasons
open
to
business,
wrangle.
which means
There's
it's
a lot of ways
listen. What
to
I'm telling
wrangle
you,
up
it's not
our
wrangling
slaves,
anything.
bro.
What we're telling you
Yes,
is that it's everything we did is 100%
we're here to
lawful.
wrangle up
If you would have given us your
slaves to the
information,
bank, bro.
we're not going to let you reach into a bag that potentially has a firearm in it. That's not safe for anybody. We don't want to shoot somebody. We don't want you to shoot us.
System, bro.
Is
That's
there anything
it.
else you
You know
want
what
to
I'm
find?
saying? Well done.
Thank you, King Charles.
Now, can I have your information and stuff?
We'll give it to you.
All
It's
right,
Gonzalez
thank you.
214, Malik 269, Jones 234.
I need like a paperwork. It's too
We're not
much. I'm
backing down.
exhausted.
It's all on. You can
See,
request
I'm
the body
exhausted
cam
from
footage.
running, actually running, but you don't care, bro. I'm here because you brought me here.
Thank you,
From
Amy.
where? From
Have a great day,
who?
Gonzalez.
The next black car I see?
Police Department, you can call in the non-emergency line and get all the information. Thank you, John. Have a great day. Have a great day, John.
What a fucking I hate to say it, but this cop is a pig because he's dirty, right? He goes in there with this presumed authority, turns it into unbridled power, and then just walks off like if you got a fucking problem, take it up with the department mentality. And that's sick. That's fucking that's diabolical. You know what I mean? It's diabolical. Yeah, he talks hella fast too. He violates rights as fast as he talks. Johnny Bravo, this is actually someone who sent Blue Steel the video. So that actually wasn't Blue Steel. That was somebody that sent it to him. which is cool that he's getting people sending him stuff out there. So maybe he's in the area, the same area as Blue Steel, and I guess he figured, hey man, I got somebody here to highlight my story. And Blue Steel is a friend of mine, so whatever story Blue Steel has, if he needs backup, I got his back. What's up, Michigan Constitutional Crusader? Good to see you, man. Where's your papers, y'all? Show me your papers. Hell yeah. Greasy pig, huh? Filthy. Psychopaths. Yeah, Blue Steel, good people, y'all. You have live videos as well. 10 months ago. He hasn't gone live in 10 months. I do want to show you guys something really quick. I know I was talking about this last night, but we're going to talk about it again because I think it's important. All right. And I was showing a video last night and I put it on private because something that the cop was saying was kind of sick. Right? And I'm going to show you guys a video of a cop. Right? And these dudes are sick. All right? Just so you guys know. They're sick. Sick with it. All right? Check this out, guys. Let me put the information in there for you guys really quick. You guys are gonna like this, okay? These fools, we need to find out. All right, give me one sec. Let's see what these psycho cops are all about. Pay attention how they speak in public, right? How they represent the department.
Hey, that's a better rifle. Drop the gun! Oh, shit! I'm hit. I'm okay. But I'm not gonna die.
Welcome to Badges, Bullets, and Blunders, the show that tells funny cop stories from real people who live them. I'm the host, Travis Harless. Today's guest is my good friend, Ryan. Ryan is a sergeant with a police department in California. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What did you do before you became a police officer? How long have you been a police officer? And what kind of assignments have you worked as an officer?
So we have provided the phone number there for you guys. All right. For the Bakersfield Police Department. And we have provided this this cop right here on the left. He looks a little bit like Beavis. And but we're gonna put his name and up there with the police department because I don't know if he's supposed to have a YouTube channel like this, and I don't know if it's against policy and or I don't know if they're supposed to be presenting themselves this way. The way that they talk and the way that they're behaving and some of the things they say is diabolical. It's crazy. So let's watch a little bit of it. And if you guys want to make some calls to redress your grievances, to find out if he's allowed to be even doing this shit. Look, man, when I see this video, just so you guys understand, right? When I watch this video, I think about this. This should be like maybe a backyard barbecue or a locker room conversation. Not in public. These guys talking about this kind of shit on a YouTube video is like them walking through a grocery store in this town talking about this kind of shit. Okay? And some of the things that they're talking about are vile. They're getting a kick out of people's misery. All right? And are they even supposed to be talking about this shit? Because in California, they won't give you records if you're not part of the incident. So I think that's important to think about.
So prior to being a police officer, I was in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years, 8-ish years, like 7 3/4, whatever. Got out of the Marine
Damn,
Corps, went
Nathan.
straight into the police academy.
That sucks,
Wait,
man.
what'd you
Sorry
do in the
about that.
Marine Corps?
And the Marine Corps, I was a little bit of everything, honestly. So when I got recruited, I wanted to be a military police officer, and they were full, so I couldn't get in that one. So the recruiter told me this great story about security forces, and it's the same thing as being a military police officer.
As a recruiter would.
Yeah. So come to find out, after I go through boot camp and all my schooling, and I was kind of wondering why they sent me to the School of Infantry instead of was it MCT or whatever
Yeah.
that is. And then I get to security force school, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're only going to be in security force for 2 years, and then you go to the infantry."
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So first 2 years I was in security forces, and then I went to beautiful 29 Palms for was with the 2-7 over there.
Being in the infantry in peacetime is like
What's up, Adis?
it's like being on a football team that practices every day but never plays a game.
Correct. And lots of cleaning. And you clean a lot. Clean guns, clean apartments, clean
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So, so I was in the infantry for about a year, and then re-enlisted because I had no plans of anything. I had a wife and child to support. So, as part of my re-enlistment bonus, they let me FAP out to military police for a year. So I did MPs for a year.
Yeah, this was on last night's live stream, but I took it down because this cop on the right is pretty fucking disgusting in some of the things that he says, and he's getting a kick out of it, right? And I don't know why their video is not age restricted on the shit that they're saying. Like, the shit that they're talking about is whoa, mind blowing, and they're getting a kick out of it. Like they're getting a kick out of people's misery. Like this cop right here on the left, he's like cheering on the guy who doused himself with gasoline and lit himself on fire, and he's like seems like to be getting a kick out of people's misery. And what's crazy is this video, this channel was sent to me by somebody from that department. That means somebody from Bakersfield Police Department doesn't like this fucking guy. And we did find out some shit about him. He is recently divorced. I wonder why. And so now he's bored and decides to not only start a YouTube channel, guys, but fucking copy me. You guys know the channel? I mean, you guys know my room that's set up like a military room? And I even have a wooden thing that shows the United States, right? This guy decided, he's like, I'm going to do the same shit San Joaquin does. So he just started, and I've recorded him out there in the field as well. And he does seem to be smug. You know, he never in a good mood. I wouldn't be in a good mood if my wife was leaving me, right? I guess. If my wife was dipping out, probably with another man, I wouldn't be happy either if San Joaquin came in and said, "What's your name and badge number?" So he's like, "Man, I hate San Joaquin so much. I hate him so much. I want to be just like him." There's no reason why San Joaquin should be where he's at. I should be in his position, right? So he decides to copy me and shit. But these guys are unbelievably, how would I say it? Narcissistic, evil-natured, and they're sick. The shit that they get a kick out of, they're sick. There's no other way around it. They're sick in the head.
And then I went to Pendleton, where I was a range coach and marksmanship instructor and all that at boot camp.
I think you and I had a little overlap there. When I was in boot camp, I think you were working the sound cart probably at the time.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 2002.
Mm,
Summer 2002.
Yeah.
Summer, fall.
right around there.
Yeah. Okay.
So just so you guys know, The channel's called Badges, Bullets, and Blunders, right? And this is a Bakersfield police officer, Travis Harless. Travis Harless. Wifeless now. Yeah. Right? Smug. Yeah, are they supposed to be talking about this kind of shit that they're talking about?
So yeah, I did that until
Let me put their phone number back up there for you guys.
came home and became a police officer, and in January it'll be 20 years.
Ooh.
Oh,
What kind of assignments have you worked as an officer?
a little bit of everything. Patrol, obviously. I worked the academy.
Thank you, Remy.
As RTO and PT instructor and all that kind of stuff for a while. I was in the directed policing unit for a little while.
That's like a precursor to our impact team.
Yeah, it was kind of like we used to call it the city council hit squad.
Yeah.
They used to call the city council the hit squad, and now they're giggling like children. What? Why? I don't get it. What's so funny about that shit, the hit squad? Why you call the city council the hit squad? I'm trying to find their number again. I know I put it up there. Can't seem to find it.
Yeah.
Whenever the city council gets complaints about things, they send it to the department, and then the directed policing unit would go handle everything from people skateboarding in front of schools to drug sales cases and a little bit of everything. So it was a good time. But went from there to the gang unit. I've been in the gang unit twice. Been kicked out twice.
Mm-hmm.
Then did VCAT, the apprehension team, undercover, catching all the bad guys. Marshall's task force while I was in there. I worked in the training office for a while doing like backgrounds, and I was the fleet manager. And
The cars are.
yeah, cars are.
That's a lot of power.
Damn, found it.
That's like
They took that away from the officers in a sworn position, which I think is a good thing, because that person, that one senior officer, has got a shit ton of power. If you control where the cars go and who they go to, yeah.
it was different back then.
Yeah.
A lot different. Like you didn't ask for cars.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah.
And backgrounds and hiring and all that kind of stuff. So I was a pogue for like 3 years.
What was-
worked inside the department.
Sorry, before you go on, there was when you were the car czar, and there was a guy.
I have a feeling they know that what they're doing is probably against their policy. They try not to mention their police department in their videos, like what police department they're from. But they do say they're from California. They work in California. Yada yada yada. So I mean, it's not hard to find out what departments they're at, right? Especially if you know them, you see them out in the field. It's easy to pinpoint, narrow down where they're at. So the shit they say is vile.
Whose car was shopped, and he asked you if he could take home a fleet. Remember that?
Oh, no. This guy. I used to really take that stuff personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this dude had wrecked like 3 cars, and he was at fault in all 3 of these deals. And,
Yeah.
And he wrecks one and comes right in my office. Hey, man, can I get a car? I was like, no, you can't have a car. And he's, I can't afford you to drive these things anymore.
Yeah. We can get you a bicycle.
Come on, man. I'm like, I'm going through a divorce and I need money and I need No, dude, you're not. I'm not giving you a car. You know. Well, all of a sudden, one of my fleet cars, the checkout cars, is missing.
So basically, this guy thinks that the cars are his. They belong to him, right? I mean, don't they belong to the people? He looks at things in terms of my cars, mine. Everything belongs to me, mine. But shit don't belong to him. You don't hear them speak in terms of, it's a taxpayer's vehicle. We can't be crashing taxpayer vehicles. Fuck no. Everything is mine. Belongs to me.
I cannot find this thing anywhere. I was like, I bet you that son of a bitch took my car.
Yeah.
So I drove to his house. And there it is, parked right in front of his house. and he's on vacation.
So he called another cop a son of a bitch online. Okay.
He's gone. He like just left this car there parked in front of his house. I said, "Fine, dude, you want this car? It's yours." And I issued it to him. The fleet cars, you know how those things are, dude. They 100,000+ miles on them, like hubcaps missing and rust spots, and so he stayed in that car for a very, very, very long time till I left that office. I think.
Yeah. See, that's your car now. Sorry, I keep talking. So you work training, and then where else?
What did I say? BCAT? I think
Yeah, you
that's
already
it.
said VCAT. Yeah, you're also a polygrapher.
Oh yeah, I did polygraphs. I went to polygraph school.
What is that?
I gotta fast forward this part because the shit that he says is absolutely disgusting.
Written, then you do the physical agility, and then you do your interview.
Well, this kid, like, he admitted in his
Yeah.
side
fast
the
forwarding this
office,
shit.
take him out. The HR trying to fuck a dog and like
Oh shit.
Yeah, these fools are sick, bro. The shit that they get
so then like
the
probably
shit they
year
get
or
a
so
cop-
later, that sergeant
what the things that they get a kick out of is fucking disgusting.
moves on and goes to another place. He's not in charge of training anymore. Well, another one of his kids' friends come through that was in the Marine Corps with one of his kids, and same thing, goes to the polygraph, admits to terrible shit. Like we interviewed him a little bit, but they were like, yeah, we got to get the sex crime detectives down here to come talk to this guy. And, you know, he ends up whatever shift. You know, they love anytime there's a stinky body, and you have to call a sergeant. They call a sergeant every single time. You know what I mean? You go there, but I don't care. I'll put my gas mask on.
Yeah.
Like,
Does it help?
oh,
The
100%.
gas mask stops the smell from coming through? I didn't know that.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't care. It messes up my hair.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm wearing my freaking gas mask.
No
dude.
shit, huh?
That's smart. So talk to me about
Travis Harless' wife. Email me at recordpolicenow@gmail.com if you want to tell us some stories.
the stinky house.
So that was when I was in the gang unit. It was way back in the day. We were looking for some, I think he was a shooter, 245 shooter. I think it was a blood gang member. Go to this house, and we get him out of the house. And, you know, it's classic, get the door open, call him out.
yeah.
Everything's peaceful, we get them all out. Well, there's dogs running out of this house the whole time. 10 dogs, adult dogs coming out of this house. So we get everybody out, get them detained, and we go in to clear the house, make sure there's nobody else in there. So we're all tactical, got rifles, you know, this kind of stuff. Well, apparently these people are too lazy to open their doors to let the dogs go out and shit and piss in the yard. They just do it right there in the house. So as soon as you crack that door, it's just ammonia smell hits you in the face mixed with shit, and you know.
Yeah, guys, so just so you guys know, these guys are vile. What's up, Frank Pants? Yeah, so some of the things these guys said last night, I was in, how'd I say it? I wasn't comfortable with it being on my channel, so I took it down, and I'm going to highlight it again. I'll leave the phone number up there for you guys. Bakersfield Police Department, 661-327-7111. The cop right here is Travis Harless, right? And this guy over here, as a matter of fact, says he's been kicked out of the gang unit twice. Why? Why were you kicked out of the gang unit twice? I can only imagine why. You know what I mean? Because you're crazy, bro. You guys are sick in the head. And the shit they say on these videos is mind-blowing. First of all, they're talking about procedures and different things, tactics, and they even talk about the pranks that they play on each other while being out there. I don't think these fools know what their open mouths are doing, right? I wonder if their departments even know about it. Well, they will today. They're going to find out today, right? You guys want to make some calls and ask some questions, they're right there. Go through the videos. Go through the videos, guys, and watch how they behave. Watch some of the shit that they say. It's pretty damn vile. These people are sick.
everything else. So we're going through this house, rifles, being all tactical as I can, because the entire time I'm going through this house, I'm just just gagging like uncontrollably, which is making the other guys in the stack laugh their asses off the entire time. So the tactics were just out the window. Yeah, we're doing the best we can, but keeping our bearing was not occurring. Yeah. And then the last room we come to is the kitchen, and we go in the kitchen, and there are dishes like stacked to the ceiling, old nasty food, water.
You guys, on this live stream, you can also go leave some comments on the regular comment section. Leave some comments, and when you guys post, if you can, Johnny Bravo, leave a comment, put Bakersfield Police Department, the phone number, and Officer Travis Harless, and I'll pin it to the top. And you guys leave some comments in the comment section as well, because that helps the algorithm pick it up. So it's going to help spread this out there more. And the more views it gets, the more pressure we put. So leave some comments, share this shit if you guys can. Let's get it out there. And let's see if badges, bullets, and blunders are no longer around in a day or two, right? Yeah. Let's work together.
Stagnant mold growing on it, right? And that was it. It put me over that. You added that smell to the dog smell, and I vomited all over their kitchen. And then, like, the laughter that was occurring inside this place was ridiculous. I can't imagine what the detainees outside were thinking. They're like, "What the? You were having a party in my house?" In here.
It probably smelled better after you puked in it.
Probably.
One of my favorite tricks on those kind of deals is to ask somebody that doesn't know better. Tell them, "Hey, go open the refrigerator."
The one in the
Look at this fool. All right.
Yard.
This fool's getting a kick of pulling pranks on other cops. So he's a prankster, right? He's a prankster. He's getting a kick, and he's telling the public that he's getting a kick out of pranking other cops. Not only that, he's gonna admit on this video that he didn't back up the other cop as well. And dereliction of duty, right? They don't do their job when they're supposed to. And this is the true nature of policing that we don't really see, but these fools don't know how to shut up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, what's so funny about that shit, right? They're getting a kick out of people's misery. And they're getting a kick out of pranking other cops. Whoa. This guy's happy because he just admitted to pranking cops. Wow.
Laughter that was occurring, stagnant mold growing on it, right? And that was it. It put me over that. You added that smell to the dog smell, and I vomited all over their kitchen. And then, like, the laughter that was occurring inside this place was ridiculous. I can't imagine what the detainees outside were thinking. They're like, "What the? You were having a party in my house in here."
It probably smelled better after you puked in it.
Probably.
One of my favorite tricks on those kind of deals is to ask somebody that doesn't know better. Tell them, "Hey, go open the refrigerator."
The one in the backyard.
That's the worst.
Nope, don't open the refrigerator.
Now I see why his wife left him. Now I see why. That fool is hella crazy. He's sick, dude. The one on the right, John. It's the one on the right. Willful dereliction of duty. They admit proudly of not doing their jobs correctly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You guys see it. You guys know what's happening here. Want to put their information up there for you guys.
Oh, that reminds me when we were in VCAT and we were working with DOJ. They were doing a wire. That doesn't matter. We had a pursuit that crashed at one of our neighborhoods, and this guy had a couple of guns in the car, and he gets out, and we knew he was armed before we started chasing him. So he hits a couple of fences, and he gets like mid-block on this street, and this family comes out of the house, and they come out the front door, and they're like freaking out, like, "Hey, this guy just ran through our house." I'm like, "Well, it's probably our suspect." I describe him. Sure enough, it's going to be our guy. And so I was in VCAT, and VCAT is one of the offshoots of the SWAT team. So it's all SWAT guys, and we have a canine that we usually use, a SWAT canine. Well, we didn't have our SWAT canine there, and so we had one of the patrol canines who we had never trained with come over.
Yeah, this is the blue line Beavis and Butthead right here.
I'm gonna clear this house to go look for this guy, get a little perimeter set on it. And so we're like, hey, can we clear the house behind the dog? And he's like, yeah, we're good to go. Okay. So normally what we'll do is we'll send the dog, it'll go in, make a limited entry, kind of clear a room, and then it'll sit down. And then we'll come in, we'll clear behind it. And then the dog will clear the next room, and then we'll come in, we'll clear behind it.
So someone in that department or from that department doesn't like him. They don't like Travis Harless. So they decided to send this to me anonymously, I guess. And say, hey, this guy works for the department. And check out some of his videos and some of the things they talk about. So he did. And pretty disgusting. And like I said, I think of this, them talking on a YouTube channel like this in public, right? They make the videos public. It's like walking through a grocery store. Some of the shit that they're saying, they shouldn't be saying it like that out there. They should be in the locker room talking about it, right? But since they got loose lips, maybe they want to sink their own ships. Definitely this cop right here knows of my channel. I've recorded him before. I've asked him for his name and badge numbers. He's a little smug. But he obviously watches my channel, and he decided he wanted to be like the Sand the Man and shit. He wanted to be just like me. Either he's wants to be just like me because he likes me so much, or he's fucking jealous of the position that I'm in.
And that's how we go room to room. Well, this dog had never done that before, so he gets the dog up, and we're at the front door, open the door, make announcements, no response. He sends the dog, it runs in, and immediately to the right, there's like a bedroom, and it runs in there, and it's like quiet, and we can't hear the dog's not doing anything. And he calls the dog back, and the dog comes running out, and it's got a shoe in its mouth. It's like thrashing the shoe around. We're like, I don't think that this dog is really looking for a bad guy right now. So he like yells at it, the dog drops it, and he sends it, it goes to the next room, and then it comes out, and then it comes out of the hallway right in front of us, and it just stops, and it like freezes, and it squats, and it just takes this gigantic shit like right in the center of the hallway. And I'm like, dude, I don't think that this dog is looking for our suspects. So like, dude, we're just gonna clear it. So we go over, and the dog goes, he ends up going and takes another giant deuce in the kitchen. And we're two of them. Oh, and we're trying to clear this house, and like you said, all the time, it was just like fresh smelling, but just right out of the dog's ass, dog shit. And Carlos ends up stepping in it, which once you step in it, activates it, it makes it worse, and then it's like spreading it around. And these poor people, they're just trying to cook dinner one night, and some fucking gangster comes running to their house, and then the cops show up, and the fucking dog takes a shit in the living room. It's like, oh man, we ended up getting him. He was in the backyard, but yeah. After that, we learned, okay, we're gonna be a little more cautious on which dogs we use. When we were in VCAT, there was a guy we were looking for in a certain area of town where there's a large transient homeless population. And do you remember this?
Yeah, when you did me dirty.
When you did me dirty.
Tell us about that one.
They're getting a kick out of doing each other dirty. Shut up, Beavis.
I think he was wanted for assault with a deadly weapon on his mom or grandma, because he hit him with a broomstick. Mm-hmm. I still remember that. And so we're looking for dude. We get info somehow.
So I'm guessing this cop's from Bakersfield as well. Both of them. I know somebody yesterday found his or a couple cops' names and badge numbers and history, how much they make, I guess. And so yeah, Bakersfield Police Department wants to come out and talk about cases, incidents where we, the public, are not even privy to, because they won't give us certain records requests because we're not part of the incident. But here they are, willy-nilly, fucking just going out of their way to talk about incidents and talk about cases and try to hide the department that they're from because they're not mentioning it, right? They're fucking sitting there getting a kick out of people's misery. They think it's funny. And this is what we have out there.
He's at some vacant building down off of, the transient center of the world down there.
Yeah.
And I think I was on point on that building, and I see, dude, here he comes walking out of the building. And I'm like, heck yeah, excited, like, snatch this dude or whatever. And he's walking right down the middle of the street, and I'm the first one, pulls up on him, and I jump out. And, all right, dude, put your hands on top of your head. And I grab his hands, and I go to turn around so I could search him. And about halfway of turning my leg in to search him, the smell hits me. And I'm like, whoa. So I immediately, this is my signature move, like that. I push him up, and I'm holding his hands. And about that time, Travis pulls up, and I'm like, Travis, come get him. Come get this guy. And he's like, oh, no.
Well, I pull up, and I see, like, panic on his face. He's got to hold this guy.
Dereliction of duty, right? From the horses' mouths, right? From their
Like,
mouths.
I see panic, and I think, like, uh-oh, like, something bad is happening, So I jump out, and I come running real quick, like, I'm going to come help him because something terrible is happening. And then I'm like, what's happening? And he can't talk. And he's like,
the smell's gonna get in his mouth.
he's holding like this, and he points with his other hand. He's like pointing like towards his ass, and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Like, no,
Dude,
I'm not touching him.
So this guy could have, his life was in danger, and he asked for help from this guy, and this guy says, I'm not getting involved. Dereliction of duty. Forget about officer safety, right? So all this bullshit lies about officer safety, fuck that. Not today, buddy. I ain't getting shit smeared on me. Dereliction of duty. I'm out of that one. He left this guy by himself. He left his partner in danger. This man could have lost his life right here. He could have, the guy could have shat in his face and sat on his face and drowned him with it. And the other cop was just, he didn't get involved. Right? I mean, a deadly turd. This guy could have, the guy could have fucking, exploded all over him. He could have suffocated with that shit. But the other cop's like, I ain't getting involved. I ain't getting dirty. And he's getting a kick out of it. Right? Look, Beavis. Beavis enjoying that shit.
Yeah,
dude, that's my Achilles heel. Always has been. It's so, like, when my kids were little.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I got the diaper duty every once in a while. I'd have to, like, pull my shirt up over my face while I'm changing the diaper, like this, trying to do this shit. And then it got to the point where one of my kids, whenever he shit his pants, he would lay down on the floor and he'd pull his own shirt over his face. And I'm like, dude, if you're smart enough to do that, you're smart enough to wipe your own ass.
Yeah,
you need to go get in the bathroom.
That's funny. So when you were in DPU, this was way back when drugs used to be illegal in California. Mm-hmm. People would hide them in certain places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about some finding dope in some good hiding places.
Oh yeah. I mean, you remember you'd find a $20 crack rock in somebody's pocket, and the dude went to prison for 3 years. So I mean, they hid it in their butt.
They hid it.
You know what I mean? They'd stick it right up their old butt crack. And so, like, everybody had, like, their own ways to protect dudes from getting stuff out of their butts and this kind of stuff. And
the way I did it, so I had a couple of.
I think we
there was
both
a couple
talked about this.
Weird. You get into these weird fights where you're trying to get it out, and it's like it turns into like you're fighting a person, but you're also trying to dig into their. It's not like inserted, like the one you and Jaime had.
Oh,
that was bad. That was bad. Mm-hmm. No, they had one. This guy turned himself in. He had a warrant for murder. Yeah. And he turns himself in to the police department. Mm-hmm. And so they go to take him to jail, and they do the body scan. Like, no, he's got something in there. So they had to take him to the hospital to get it out. And it was like over an ounce, right, of meth. And it was shaped. It looked like a roll of quarters.
Oh, really?
Like the size of a roll of quarters.
Like a condom or something.
It was all wrapped up, nice and tight.
Like saran wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he knew he was going in for a while, and so he was taking this, his planned event, taking this dope in with him. Mm-hmm. And they got it out. But that was like deep in there. But no, like if you catch a street level drug dealer there, you would usually just have it in a bag, and they would just squeeze it in their butt cheeks.
Right. And you could always tell, because you'd go to search up in that area, and they'd clench. They'd clench hard as hell on you.
Yeah.
So then you knew.
You knew it was
there. Because you had to find some way to get this person from wherever you stop them to the police department or the jail without them getting that out of their pants and shoving it in your car somewhere and losing the item.
Or you just eating it.
Yeah, eating it. Seen that happen before. So you'd hike their drawers up as high as you can get them, cinch their belt down like as tight as you could, right? Well, then I used to take my hop.
Those are some other videos that I was watching and
homeless community, to say the least. And so when we're in this unit, we had the guys that work for the city to clean up the parks always had us on speed dial, right? Because there's always activity going on, what have you.
It's like meth camping.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty popular place.
Okay.
Never mind the children running around or anything, you know. Gotta get our meth camps up.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to get blocked.
So we get a call from some guy with the city, and it's just like, hey, there's this guy in the bathroom. He won't leave. In the past, we caught him masturbating in here. It's like, well, that's an issue, right? So we go over there, and
these guys, the shit they're talking about is sick.
We're trying to clean the bathrooms, and he's in. Remember that? And he rap. And he had flooded it like a prison cell. Just plugged the base drain, sinks are going, toilets over.
Yeah, that's somebody this is something that somebody mentioned last night. Modern Rich Radio, Audis, good job on that. Good eye. You know your shit. I haven't heard these guys talk about one fucking story of them saving somebody or doing something good, right? All they're talking about is craziness, the shit that how do I say it? The joy that they're getting out of people's misery, right? The joy that they're getting out of people's misery. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Travis Harless' ex-wife, if you're watching, reach out to me. Let's talk. We'll have lunch or something. Maybe you could tell me some stories about Travis Harless. And as a matter of fact, anybody that has a police officer who's a family member and maybe you guys don't get along, maybe they act bad at home, you're welcome to tell us your stories, right? You're welcome to let us know what's going on. Reach out to us. recordpolicenow@gmail.com. We'll take a look at it. We'll, maybe if you want us to keep you anonymous, we can do that. You want to tell us stories about them, we can do that. So let's do that. Yeah, they're getting a kick out of people that go through it. And now this cop on the right is just going to admit to fighting his own partner. Cops fighting cops.
Flowing, and he's just rolling around in it, just taking a chud bath.
A little bird bath?
Yeah, getting clean.
So ninja bird bath.
Yeah, surprisingly, he actually listens, like stand up, like put your hands behind your back. So we cuff him up. And as me and my partner are walking him out, my partner tries to take off his mask or his jersey, whatever we're going to call it. And he's got this sucker tied tight. It's as if he used zip ties or something on this. And my partner's really adamant on getting this wet jersey off. I don't know if he thought he was waterboarding himself or what, but I mean, he's pulling it from the back, and this thing is not coming. I'm just standing at this guy's arm, keeping control of him. And at one point, just like, dude, let's just get him out of the bathroom and get him out of here, whatever. And my partner just eventually gets it off and rips it. And this thing just flings all the liquid. And I'm just standing there next to this guy holding his arm. And as I'm holding his arm, he essentially is giving me a facial. Just. And so at this point, not cool move, right? Yeah. Pretty mad. So I let the guy.
What's in the liquid though?
Just a mixture of everything. Like I said, he'd been flooding this.
Yeah. So park bathroom
floor, like not even involved with him, right? We're talking bathroom at a park. Pretty fucking gross. Toilet water.
Yeah.
Urinal water. Urinal cakes.
Yeah.
He had priors for jerking off in there, so You know, they just a full mixture, kamikaze mix.
Okay.
And so I let the guy go at this point, and I start fighting my partner because I'm just furious. It's
Yeah.
the only thing to do. And the homeless guy actually like backs up against the wall and is scared, probably thinking, "God damn, if he's doing this to his partner, what's he
Yeah.
gonna do to me?" You know. And
So he just admitted to fighting his partner, right?
And
Which ones are the ones that we're talking about? They're on the bum squad. They're calling people bums and shit. Was it this one?
Lived a little bit of life.
yeah, I've lived a little life. I got into this.
Long long you've been an officer.
I did quite a few things before.
Lived a little bit of life.
Yeah, I've lived a little life. I got into this a little bit older than most people. I did 7 years on active duty in the Marine Corps. I worked in manufacturing for about a year and a half down the LA area, making aerospace products and transparent armor. Moved on to basically working as a roadie, sort of in Las Vegas, set up for trade shows and stuff like that, and then eventually applied out here.
Yeah.
So I've been out here for 4.5 years now. Ruben and I went through the academy together. You were one of our very, very kind.
I was there.
Recruit training officer.
So I'm guessing they work for the department as well. Officer Kevin and Officer Ruben, right? I'm guessing those are their first names. They're both SWAT operators. They work for the SWAT team.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Currently signed with the gang unit, and I'm on the SWAT team as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to weasel your way into VCAT someday, maybe.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
No
All right.
guy.
You guys, when you were in the Marine Corps, you both had the opportunity to go to SEER school. This is what I never got to do. Tell us about how that went. Well, what is SEER school, and then what are some stuff that happened when you were
Yeah.
there?
No
So
shit.
SEER school is
No shit.
survival, escape, resistance, and evasion school. I think it got started back in the 70s, or maybe prior to that. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but basically it was created for aviators, for if they got shot down, how to survive, escape, resist, and evade, adversarial forces. So a lot of it's living off the land. It's sort of broken up differently now, at least for the Marine Corps, where survival school itself is separate from like the SEER course I went through, which is more focused on the resistance and escape portion of it. So at least, so the one I went to was back in 2012 down at Naval Air Station, North Island, 2-week course. The first week is all classroom. And you're basically learning different resistance techniques when it comes to interrogation, things to do and not do when you're being questioned. You always want to stay, within your circle, I think they called it, where if you get asked a question, you try to revert back to certain things. And if you inadvertently do give up something that could be sensitive information or, operational security, something along those lines, you want to find a way to get back into your circle. It's like your defense mechanism. During that, there's some stress positions you're in. People getting, smacked around a little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy. Then you move into the field portion for the second week, and that's out in the Cleveland National Forest, out east of San Diego. So out there, you're just doing a lot of foot movements at night. So I went around this time of year in 2012, and it gets frigid cold.
Yeah.
So you're carrying a minimal amount of stuff with you, really no warming layers or anything like that. So you're making bedding at night, and you're just culling up nut to butt with whoever your buddy is, and you're doing foot movements at nighttime, dodging cholla cacti, picking those things at your leg and other sorts of areas as well too, until you ultimately get captured. And during that, you're putting some of the skills to use that you learned the week prior, whether it be picking handcuffs or escaping from duct tape. And then eventually you get taken to what's supposed to be the POW camp, and you're basically spending the majority of your day inside of I think a doghouse is probably the best way to describe it. It's a little concrete box, probably about 3 feet by 3 feet, and you've got about a 4x4 that you have to sit on inside of that, and you get issued a black bucket that's maybe, I don't know, 1-2 gallons, something along those lines, and the only time you can close your curtain on your doghouse is to use that bucket to take piss into or to dump into. So you got all sorts of other fun activities like getting stripped down, down to your skivvies at 2 in the morning, getting fire hosed, getting put in stress positions, getting interrogated, getting put in various boxes. And
So when you're in SEER school, do they have like a safe word?
they what?
Do you get like a safe word?
No,
No, there's no safe word.
no. There's
Like, my safe word is keep going.
no. So there is no safe word. If you think you are injured, you ask to see the butcher, who's like an actual medic, to see if you do need something fixed.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted. You were talking about a piss bucket.
Yeah.
If you guys do call, try to be respectful, and just try to point out some of the things that they're talking about and why it's vile, and in reality, they're not supposed to be saying anything that tarnishes the reputation of the department. In my opinion, that's exactly what they're doing. This kind of talk should be locker room talk, not out in public, in the open. Some of the things that they're talking about, could they be giving up techniques and tactics that they use out there? I mean, they're allowed to mute the cameras, right? But they're also allowed to go out there and talk about cases that in reality we're not even privy to when we get we'll ask for records. I just see so many things wrong with these fools. And this community has already had other cops shut down their fucking channels when they want to be like us. When they want to be like us. Stop trying to be like me, man. Shit, bruh.
We'll get to the piss bucket.
Lames.
So towards the end of it, obviously you're tired, you're sleep deprived, and one of the final things that happens is you get taken down and you get put into a cell, and you're handcuffed. You have to.
I don't mean it like that, Frank. Always be respectful to our oppressors. I just say that folks coming from my channel that make the calls, try to do it in a respectful manner. Try to get your point across. Let them have it. Kind of like the way I do my work when I go out there in my approach. You can either do it like Direct D and get arrested 1,000 times and get kicked the fuck out of your town, however you want to do it. You can do it like myself if you like. Go up there and ask questions, and fucking pepper them with questions, find out more about them, and hopefully we can make sure that their department knows exactly how they're behaving and how they're acting. Me personally, I try to keep the moral high ground. You feel me? So, but yeah, I mean, cause then shit starts to get wild and they start to cry and say that people are threatening them and shit. And I never advocate for anybody from here to threaten them or flood call. None of that shit, right? It is in the First Amendment that we have the right to redress our government, right? So that's why when I provide the phone number, I tell you guys, hey, you guys could inquire, you guys can, redress your grievances. So
pick your lock and all that kind of stuff, and it's a pitch black room, and
I said try to be respectful, Frank, and not always be respectful to your oppressors. I see what you're trying to do there, Frank.
This is probably like day 4.5 or somewhere into that range where you've been pretty much awake for like 96 hours straight. And I don't know after what hour it is, study wise or whatever, but you start to hallucinate. So I had to accomplish my task of handing around in this room and finding a bobby pin to take my cuffs off with, slide them underneath the door, and I'm just inside this cell that's pitch black, just freezing my fucking ass off, and I start hallucinating.
Oh yeah.
So there were guys that were talking about at the end of it where they were seeing like lions sitting in their cell and they're having conversations with them and everything.
Nice.
the hallucination I was having was I was in some sort of weird video game where I'm walking around through the countryside, very similar to what we had been in for the last 4 days, and I'm there marching around and doing various things. The things are popping up on the video game screen saying achievement unlocked, and like here's 500 points. And again, I'm freezing cold at this point, and I'm walking down this trail in this video game. It's all pixelated and everything, and I see this bush. I'm like, I bet there's a blanket inside this bush. I don't know what made me think of it, and I see the bush. I'm like, there's a blanket inside this fucking thing. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be so fucking warm.
Yeah.
So I reach into this bush to grab my blanket, and I instantly wake up from the video game, and there wasn't a bush. Shocker. And it was my bucket.
Hey, Tag. Good morning as well, Tag. I don't know if you skipped me along the way, but good morning, Tag. But you know what I would like to point out really quick, Tag, is that guy that was trying to talk shit about me and say some of these things became everything that he said I was recently. Yeah. You feel me on that shit? Like, bam. Motherfuckers, they talk so much shit about me and love me and miss me so much that they want to become everything they said I was, right? But I always keep the moral high ground. I'm always at the top, brother, with my people. Me and my people, we stay at the top, right?
That was about 3/4 full of my own urine, and it went like 3/4 my forearms deep. And I just woke up. I was like, God damn it! I'm like, literally just stuck my arm.
Yeah, you were hydrating.
And in a bucket in a bucket of piss. So it was not very cool, but it was pretty fucking funny looking back on it. And the instructors there, they do get pissed off if they come to your doghouse. This is a guy a couple down from mine, check on what he was doing, and he managed to kick his bucket of piss all over one of the instructors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's I guess a little mental warfare as well to with it, but
yeah, fighting back.
Yeah. Maybe make some jenkum next time.
That's funny.
What about you?
Yeah, good times.
I think our
Gavin Hart's funny.
Yeah, so my share school is more tailored to we're going on this deployment in Central America, and
Oh shit! Good morning, Tag. That's what's up, bro. Finally saying hi to. Hey, finally saying hi to me again. All right, good shit.
obviously Guatemala area. Majority of it's ran by the cartel.
I was starting to wonder
it's more
about you,
geared
Tag.
Towards evading and Kevin said resisting and escaping, specifically the cartel. So went through my share school. There's different levels. There's like 1, 2, and 3.
Nah, hell no. This guy is way too narcissistic for me. He couldn't wait to talk. We're not gonna give him the floor. I'm gonna put the phone number up there again one time, guys. One more time. Let's see. Bakersfield Police Department. And it's 661 327 7111. Travis Harless, and the channel is called Badges, Bullets, and Blunders. And these guys are sick. Right? They're sick. So let me put that up there for you guys. And so you guys can make the calls you need to make if you want to find out and inquire about this channel. Maybe see if there's any policy violations, right? So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Have yourselves a great day. I might see you guys on one of my other channels. All right, peace.